Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone in the whole wide world. Welcome to Ako Si Melan, on which we are going to tackle today a lesson about grade 11 pre-calculus, and it is the introduction for conic section. Without further ado, let's begin. So, what is conic section?
Conic section, according to definition, is the curve obtained by intersecting a plane with a double nap cone. So here is an illustration of a conic section with its parts. So here is the illustration of a conic section, and these two is the nap cones, and here is the vertex of it, and here is the axis of the cone. And depending on the angle of the plane relative to the cone, the intersection can form different shapes. And yes, here is the different shapes. We have parabola, we have circle, we have ellipse, and finally we have hyperbola. And yes, we are going to discuss each shape that can be formed depending on the angle of the plane. So without further ado, let's begin with the first shape to be formed, and it is the parabola. Parabola, according to definition, is when the plane only intersects one naps of the cone. As you can see here, the cutting plane only intersects one naps of the cones, and it forms parabola. Let's now move on to the second shape to be formed, and it is circle. The circle, according to definition, is when the plane intersects the cone perpendicular to the cone's axis. As you can see here, the cutting plane is straight, and the axis is this, the straight line, vertical line. And if you draw a vertical line, it is perpendicular to the cutting plane, so it is circle. The next shape to be formed is ellipse. And according to definition, ellipse is when the plane intersects the cone at an angle, but not steep enough to create a parabola. As you can see here, the cutting plane is slant. That's why it's ellipse. And finally, the last shape to be formed is none other than hyperbola. Hyperbola, according to definition, is when the plane intersects both naps of the cone. As you can see here, the cutting plane is really intersecting both naps of the cone, so it's hyperbola. Let's have a short recap before ending this video. First, when the plane is perpendicular to its axis of the cone, then the conic section is a circle. Next, if the plane is only intersecting one naps of the cone, then the conic section is a parabola. And if its plane is intersecting both naps, then it's hyperbola. And lastly, if the plane is slant to the cone, it is an ellipse.
So, this is the end for our lesson, and we need to learn first this topic, or we need to discuss first this topic, because conic section, or the shapes of conic section, are the fundamentals in understanding the sooner topics, or the various topics that we are going to tackle about in this channel. So hope you guys learned something for today, and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.